Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pokemon Fire Red Omega and episode 8 of the playthrough. Here we are in beautiful Vermilion City. I've got to tell you guys, this city brings back a lot of awesome memories. And today we are going to be taking on the SS Anne, which for those that don't know is a giant cruise liner ship that can be found here in Vermilion City. But before we head down there, we are going to go back to the Pokemon Center and we are going to deposit our Chikorita. Nothing against Chikorita. I think Chikorita is a wildly underrated Pokemon, but I just don't want Chikorita to be part of my team. In fact, I didn't want to have any starters at all be part of my team, but you guys insisted that we keep Quilava and evolve it into a Typhlosion. I'm like, all right, I'll give the people what they want. We're going to keep Quilava, who's going to turn into Typhlosion. That's going to be very cool, but we're not going to be keeping Chikorita. So Chikorita is going to be going into the box here with the other Pokemon that we had, which of course would be our Treecko, our Torchic, and our Mudkip. They're giving us all the starters from the previous generation games, which I think is actually fantastic, but I don't want Chikorita to be part of the team here. So today we're going to be taking on the SS Anne. I am very excited about this because the SS Anne has a lot of great Pokemon trainers. There's a very nice reward at the very end of it, and we can level up our Pokemans, which right now we have a level 20 Starmie, a 25 Electabuzz, a 20 Quilava, and a 25 Growlithe. So today, hopefully, we can level up our Starmie and our Quilava a little bit to catch up with these two. And then at the very end, where hopefully we end up getting cut, we can cut down this blasted tree over here and make our way into the third gym of this playthrough. We also have a Durstoy hanging out right there, who I imagine, I can't confirm, I don't remember her being there previously, so I imagine she's going to give us another starting Pokemon. If I had to guess, that's what she's going to do. But ladies and gentlemen, let's head down to the SS Anne. So if you guys watch the anime, this ship here is actually, it's kind of a dark story, really. So right here, welcome to the SS Anne. Excuse me, do you have a ticket? Nero Flash, the SS ticket. Great, welcome to the SS Anne. Well, thank you, sir. And what's always so funny, check this out. Look at the size of the ship versus me. I mean, obviously they had to scale it down a little bit, but it looks so freaking small compared to my guy. So here, with the SS Anne, in the anime itself, where, you know, you have Ash and Misty and Brock and Team Rocket and stuff like that, this ship sinks at the end of the episode, like full-on Titanic style. And I'm not going to spoil for those that haven't seen it what happens here in the game, but it's really kind of scary to think like what happens to the ship in the anime versus what happens to the ship here in this playthrough. But there's going to be plenty of people to talk to here. So the passengers are restless from this long voyage. You must be challenged, or you might be challenged by more bored ones. Ah, all right then. Then you got this person over here. Bonjour, I am the waiter on this ship. I will be happy to serve you anything you please. Ah, the strong silent type. I love how it puts the le in front of everything. So every one of these things right here is a different room we can enter. And most of them have people who want to battle us, which is actually kind of really cool. And by the way, I love the music on this ship, by the way. It's really freaking cool. So here, shh, I'm a global police agent. I'm on the trail of Team Rocket. They're up to nothing good. Oh. I guess we can't talk to you. Can I go inside your bed? Oh, there are certain beds in Generation 3 where they allow you to walk into it, essentially, so it looks like your character is laying down in there. And I've got to tell you guys, as somebody who has played since Generation 1, when they first introduced that, it was mind-blowing to me. Like, I was like, no way! You can actually just, like, look like you're laying down in the bed. It was so... The immersion factor was so cool. And that's coming from somebody who... I used to camp out in these Pokemon games. I apologize for not moving right now. It's because if I move, they're going to start a battle. I would camp out in, like, random areas. Like, from, like, Viridian City, for example. I would, like, go away from Viridian City and, like, go find, like, a random area, like, on Route 1 and say, this is where I'm camping for the night and, like, get really immersed within my Pokemon game. Like, I was really into this when I was a kid. But here we have a bunch of different trainers that are all going to challenge us before we can get that wonderful Pokeball down there. I collected these Pokemon from all around the world. I imagine so. If you're traveling on a giant cruise ship all the time, you've found a lot of cool Pokemon. Well, so far you've got a Clefairy. I've already seen those, and that's nothing special. That's nothing special at all. You can find them up at Mount Moon. They're everywhere. All right, it's gonna be a two-hit knockout. Looks like. What does Encore even do? It means he uses the same move twice, right? Yeah. Why would you want that? I mean, obviously it was gonna knock you out. I never understood the use of Encore. I mean, in certain situations, it could be good. So if, like, a Skitty, if they used Poison Powder, for example, then maybe it would be good. Because they would use it again, and Poison Powder, if it already poisoned you, it wouldn't help him out all that much, right? But even then, it's like, it seems like a waste of a move. I don't know. It's kind of odd if you ask me. Not really that great of a move altogether. And look at that. Hurt itself in its confusion, knocked itself out. So you traveled the entire world, and all you found was a Skitty and a Clefairy? I've got a Starmie, for crying out loud. These things live at the bottom of the ocean. And there goes Lassan. Oh no, I went around the world for these. You must not have left the ship very much, because those aren't very rare Pokemon, if I'm being honest. If I would have walked down right here and had her find me right there, I could have went around her and got that Pokeball without battling these guys. But I'm cool with battling them as well, because that's what we're here for, right? That's the point of Pokemon, is to do battles and actually, play the game. Here is going to be youngster Tyler, who would like to battle. He's got himself a Nuzleaf, do ya? Now that's a cool looking Pokemon. Much better than that last girl, man. She just does not have a lot going on for her. We may have to swap out here. I'll hit first, but I'm not going to be able to knock him out. I'm going to try it. Let's see how we fare against a grass Pokemon 2 levels higher than us. All right, he's going to use Growth to try and make himself stronger. That's fine. I can deal with that. Let's hit him another Water Pulse here, which will hopefully actually confuse him. 1 in 5 chance. 1 in 5 chance. It used Growth again. Why did they do that? I've noticed that a lot of the grass types in this game, they use Growth twice before using their actual move that they plan on using. Well, if he would have actually used a real attack, he probably could have knocked out Starmie in 1 hit. But no, he had to use Growth twice. Wow, you're great. Really not. You're just a really bad trainer. And then we got this lady here sitting next to her cup of coffee. I think that's a cup. What do you guys think? Is that a cup? I think that's a cup she's sitting next to. We are cruising around the world, my children and I. Aw, that's the mom. She doesn't want to battle. Ooh, Brick Break. TM30. That's a fighting move, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Let us see. Speaking of fighting types, there is a possibility for Hitmonchan later on. 75 damage, 100 accuracy, and it breaks any barrier, like Light Screen or Reflect. That just seems like an all-around good fighting move. I don't think... Oh, Quilava can learn that, can he? But fighting is a physical attack. Oh, Graveler can learn it. That might be worth teaching him. Let's see. Let's see what else he has right now. Self-Destruct, Mega Punch, Magnitude, Rock Throw. I could drop the Self-Destruct. Mega Punch is fine. It's fine as is. I love the music, by the way. As much as I hate to say it, Mega Punch might not be worth having. It's 80 damage at only 85% accuracy. Like, that's not really all that great, considering Magnitude probably does about that, and then some, and also has stab bonus, right? So, and Self-Destruct, as much as I hate to use something like Self-Destruct, that's a lot of damage at one time. It's like an all or nothing kind of a move, right? We're going to do that. We're going to drop Mega Punch for that. We're going to teach Graveler a fighting move, because I really do think that a fighting move would be good for him. It'll help him in different situations and stuff like that. And it's not the greatest move ever. Like, Brick Break is not the end-all be-all of fighting moves. So I'm okay teaching it to Graveler, even if he doesn't get that much use out of it. And what's always interesting is that they have these windows here in all of these rooms. What's the point of them? To look out into the hallway? Like, judging, like, the window would be right there, right? Not that big of a deal. What's the point of it, really? Aw! Wigglytuff! I remember old Wigglytuff. How's it going, old timer? A world cruise is so elegant yet cozy. Does your daughter want to battle then? No. I always travel with Wigglytuff. I never leave home without it. Just like MasterCard. You just never leave home without it. This person heals me, right? Waiter, I would like a cherry pie, please. I'm not a waiter. Crying out loud. Do I look like a waiter? I'm 10 years old. One of these rooms, I think they actually heal you. Another old guy. Oh, this guy wants to battle immediately. You insolent pup. How dare you barge in? All right, man. Relax. It's going to be okay. He's going to have a Growlithe. I'm telling you right now, he's going to have a Growlithe. Oh, Nidorino. I think all gentlemen have a Growlithe, don't they? Am I crazy? I think they do. Hit him with that Water Pulse. That peck isn't going to do anything to me. There you go, Starmie. You know, I'm trying to picture myself surfing with a Starmie across the ocean. Starmie's like 3 feet tall. Nidorina, no Growlithe, huh? I could have sworn this guy had a Growlithe. Maybe he does in like Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow? I don't remember. Gonna drop a poison sting on me. Come on, man. Trying to poison my Pokemon, make me run out of here, back to the Pokemon Center. It's just rude's all it is. Hey, level 22 Starmie. There we go. We got 2 levels so far here today. I love the music, man. Humph, you rude child. You have no sense of courtesy. I mean, I did barge into your room, so you're kind of right. But at the same time, you did challenge me immediately. You even asked what I was doing here. Maybe I was a lost little boy. I'm only 10 years old. This person heals me, right? You look tired. Would you like a... Yes. There we go. So no need to go back to the Pokemon Center. This lady will heal us up. Nice girl. And here's the final room for this floor. What will be inside? Another old guy. I am but a solitary traveler. My sole companions and friends are Pokemon I caught in my journeys. Same here, man. The only friends I have in this world are the Pokemon in this playthrough. Hey, this guy is a Growlithe. Maybe that's what I'm remembering. Isn't it weird how you can, like... You can just remember all sorts of things. So I gotta tell you guys, I found the greatest YouTube channel in the history of YouTube. And you guys are gonna thank me so much for pulling this out if you didn't hear about it already. So there's a channel, I think it's called Nick Splat. Alright? It's ran by Nickelodeon. And all they do is upload 2-minute to 4-minute long clips of random scenes from 90s Nickelodeon shows. We're talking Rugrats, Rocket Power, Angry Beavers, Rocko's Modern Life, all the old shows, right? It uploads like highlight clips essentially from those shows. And the nostalgia trips I have gone on in the past couple of days. You don't think you remember these things, but you do. Like I was watching a Rocket Power clip where they were like cleaning up the ocean. They found out like the all the garbage from the dump was like being dropped into the creek, which was like going into the ocean. And I remember it verbatim, every word. I'm like, I forgot this was even ingrained in my memory, but it is because I watched the episode so many times way back in the day, right? So Nick Splat, I'm telling you guys, subscribe. They upload pretty much daily. It's ran by Nickelodeon, if I remember correctly. It's absurd. It's absurd how many great clips are on there from all your favorite shows back in the day. If you grew up in the 90s like I did and you watched Nickelodeon and stuff like that. How's it going, dude? You, Mon Petit, we're busy here. Out of the way. Well, sorry, dude. I'm just here to explore. I saw an odd berry in the trash. I wonder what that was. Well, I guess I'll look in the garbage now. I'm so busy. I'm getting dizzy. You have to give me room here. I mean, nothing like that seasickness, man. Ahem. I am indeed le chef. Le main course is prime beefsteak. When they say beefsteak, are they talking about moo-moos? I hope they aren't. Sniffle sniff. I only get to peel onions. And now we check the garbage itself, and we found ourselves a Chesto Berry. What even is a Chesto Berry? Am I a terrible person for not knowing what a Chesto Berry is and where a Chesto Berry would be found? Oh, there's a berry pouch. Okay. When held by a Pokemon, it will be used in battle to wake up. So you can't use it as an awakening, but if they're holding it ahead of time, they'll wake up immediately. So, I mean, since these Pokemon don't have anything to hold on to anyway, I'll give it to Electabuzz. There you go, until I can find him something better to hold on to. How about you? Did you hear about Snorlax? It's a glutton. No other Pokemon eats and sleeps the way Snorlax can and does. I mean, you're not kidding. Hey, a Cherry Berry. What's a Cherry Berry do? When held by a Pokemon, it will be used to heal paralysis. Okay, I mean, since I have nothing else to give, let's give it to Kulava. There we go. We're just giving a bunch of berries to our Pokemon here. Humdy ho. I peel spuds every day. Hum. Okay. And a Pekka Berry. What does a Pekka Berry do? A Pekka Berry is going to cure poison. Well, I can give it to Graveler, I guess. If he ever gets poisoned, well, there we go. So that's kind of interesting. I remember that great ball we found in here earlier. That was the whole point of coming down to this room in the original games, was you could get a great ball for free, which was kind of a big deal, I suppose. But now, there's multiple ways we can go. We can head up the stairs this way, or we can head down the other way. Which way is the right way? Let's go this way. Okay, I know where we're going here. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back, because this way over here, I think, is going to lead to a dead end. So it seems like a good idea to do it now. And I gotta tell you, being on this ship here just reminds me so much of the Titanic. I was very young when I watched the Titanic, but such a sad movie. Hey, a hyper potion. That's like 200 hit points, isn't it? I remember watching the Titanic when I was a kid. And there was this one scene. I don't even remember if it's actually in the movie itself. Hold on. My choke is super strong. Enough strength to move big rocks. But I remember there was a scene where everyone kind of accepts the fact that the ship is going to sink and there's nothing they can do. They're out of lifeboats and all that stuff. And there was like this mother and maybe a father putting their children to bed, like as the water's filling the room, and they're tucking them into bed. And I don't even remember if that was part of the movie, but it's in my memory, so I assume it was. And that's such a sad thing. Like, I can't imagine being in that situation in the middle of the ocean where, you know, the ship is sinking and there's nothing you can do about it. That's terrifying. Really, really scary. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily afraid of the ocean. I would say I have a somewhat irrational fear of flying, but then again, I think everybody kind of has a fear of flying, at least to an extent. Like, once you reach a terminal height, it's pretty scary, right? Because you can, like, I don't know, fall or die or something like that. So I'm not a big fan. Let's see, what would the water pulse do against the water type, real quick? There you go. It's not that bad. So yeah, I don't like flying. I've only flown, if you count the entire trip, twice. I flew from Pennsylvania to Florida. And on the way, we stopped in the Cincinnati airport, which is actually in Kentucky, which is ironic. But Cincinnati is like right on the border. So the Cincinnati airport is technically in Kentucky, which is hilarious. And then we had another layover in Atlanta, Georgia. So we were in the Atlanta airport very briefly. And then we actually made it down to Florida. And then, of course, once we left Florida, we went back and did pretty much the same thing. So I would say technically I flew twice. But we did take off multiple times, and I'm not a good flyer. I don't like flying very much, but I have been out in the ocean. I've told the story before about how we were on my uncle's boat and we ran out of gas in the Gulf of Mexico, and that was I won't retell the story because I'm sure people have heard it plenty of times before, but that was terrifying. But I'm still not like all that scared of the ocean, and I think it's because I know how to swim. You know, I can swim, and so I'm not like super afraid. Eventually, like if you're out in the middle of the ocean, you're gonna die eventually, I guess. But I know how to swim, therefore I'm not terrified. You guys know what I don't know how to do? Fly. I don't know how to fly, and so when I'm flying, when I'm in a plane or whatever, my family grew up didn't have a ton of money, but our relatives in Florida do have a good amount of money. Like, they have their own prop planes and that they fly around. And so, like, we're flying around in that, and I was terrified in that. They have their own boat, which they took us out in the Gulf of Mexico, and we're, out there in that. And I was terrified the whole time while I was flying that I was just going to, like, what would happen if, like, the engine failed or, something happened? Like, we're screwed, right? But when we're out in the boat, even when the storm was happening and we ran out of gas and everything, I wasn't all that scared, really, for some reason. I'm like, we'll be okay. It's not that bad. But flying, I don't like that all that much. And so think of, like, what they had to do with the Titanic. I couldn't imagine. I really couldn't. Because there's no coming back from that. And isn't there something where, like, with how big the Titanic ship itself was, even if you tried, like, just sitting there treading water, like, wouldn't it suck you down with it? Am I wrong in saying that? I remember hearing that when I was a kid. I don't know if it's actually true, but with how big the ship is, if it starts going down, it's going to take you down with it, right? Because it's just all the force there. I don't know if that's true or not. I remember hearing that. It may be a wives' tale. But, yeah, definitely terrifying. A barboach, you say, eh? Well, I think Starmie will be fine against that. Starmie's not really having all that much trouble here, which is pretty great. Look at that. Who said water versus water is a bad matchup? And you're going to raise up special defense, which I guess that would help you, but it's got so few hit points, it's not really going to matter all that much. There we go. Poor Leonard. Right, good medal, mate. Hey, at least he's happy about it. He's giving me the salute and everything. You gotta like these sailors. Nice guys, these sailors. Ooh, immediately. I saw that Pokeball there, and then immediately. You sure that's good text for a video game? When this game come out, was it like 2005 or something like that? Maybe back then it wouldn't be as bad. Just to say, like a 10-year-old boy walks into a room, and then old salty sailor, I like feisty kids like you. Maybe not the best thing to have in the game. I'm just saying. Especially when he's the only person in this room, and there's nothing else in this room besides us and a bed. And I think there's a table as well, but still, like, I don't know. That's not the greatest thing. So a quick update for, because some of you guys are actually very interested in this. A house update, as it were. Nothing really to update you guys with, honestly. I put the offer in. They accepted the offer. I think I told you guys that. Aw, Corphish. I remember this guy. They accepted the offer, but that just really begins the entire long, drawn-out process of actually acquiring the home. There are inspections. There are actually lots of inspections that need to be done. They're going to have to appraise the house, make sure it's worth what I'm offering, and all that stuff. And there's all sorts of paperwork and all that. The estimated date that we're going to be closing is like June 20th. So we're a ways away, like a month and a half-ish. At the best of times. So long ways away. I'm not even trying to get ahead of myself. I'm not even like telling people. Like, I told you guys, but I haven't actually like told like people in my family really what's going on, because I don't want to like get people, you know, get their hopes up and say, oh yeah, this awesome house and all that or whatever, and then have it not work out, because I've had a couple of houses not work out in the past. So fingers crossed, I guess. Thank you guys all so much for the well wishes. But right now it's very far from a done deal. And just taking it day by day. Although, I have found something that may actually ruin the entire house thing. It's not actually going to ruin it, but it's something I'm joking about. So, for those that don't know, I mean, you guys know, because you watch Near's Let's Plays, that I play a lot of video games. Not only COD. Like, a lot of people that watch Near Cinema think that I only play Call of Duty. And while I play a lot of Call of Duty and have for a decade, I like to play other stuff as well. As you guys see here with the Pokemon playthrough and the Borderlands playthrough and all the other games I've done, right? Well, a little known fact about me is I am a huge World of Warcraft nerd. I freaking love WoW. I didn't play it back when it first came out, like back in like 2005. I started playing right at the end of Mists of Pandaria, right before the Warlords of Draenor expansion came out. And so I played a little bit towards the end of MoP. I experienced like the end of like the Siege of Orgrimmar raid and stuff like that. And I got my heirloom weapon. I was just kind of like really getting a feel for the game. But Warlords of Draenor was my first full expansion. Played that like crazy. And I'm not the best player ever, but I do log. And I'm like a 70th percentile player when I play. I played a rogue for the longest time. And we got Ether. And then I played so many different characters, like a paladin, warrior. I played a warlock, a mage. I've tried all different things, but most of the time I get ahead of the curve. Like, I'm an AOTC raider. My guild's not all that good. I plug a lot, but I play a lot of WoW, long story short, right? I played through Legion and deal with stuff to do in Legion and stuff like that. Well, there's a new expansion coming out, which is great, but they're also... Wow, this guy Woodturn right here. They've also decided to auction off a lot of the props that were used in the Warcraft movie. You guys remember the Warcraft movie came out a couple of years ago, and I watched it. I loved it. I may have told the story, but I watched the Warcraft movie in theaters. I took my brother, my brother's fiance and a friend of ours. We all kind of just went there together and watched it, and it was so much fun. Like, as a huge WoW nerd, that movie is fan service top to bottom. So many Easter eggs, so many references, and it was so cool to see, you know, that world, you know, up on the big screen. And I ended up going back to watch it again by myself. But the thing is, it was like a week after it came out, and around here, maybe just people don't like Warcraft. I don't know. It's a small town in Pennsylvania. There was nobody else at that viewing. I went in there, and there was nobody there for the second time I went. And so I got to sit in the very middle of the theater. It was literally just me watching the movie as if I was in my living room, which was a really cool experience. I don't know why I decided to use tackle right there. But yeah, long story short, they are auctioning off a lot of the items that were used in that movie. Oh, there's no PP left. That's why I use it. They're auctioning off the items that were used in that movie. Right, and so you have Lordaeron shields, you have Alliance shields, you have Horde banners, you have axes, you have swords, full-on armor sets, like all like total nerd stuff, right? But it's all there, and I really want a lot of it. And I settled. There's a Horde banner I would like. I don't know how much I'd like to bid on it or anything. I think I bid like $70 on it, something like that. Which is probably going to be outbid. The auction just started today. It's going to be going on for like 10 days or so. So what it's going for now is not going to be reflecting of what's actually going to go for towards the end. But I would like to have that Horde banner. That'd be a really cool thing to hang up in the office here. And then there's a Lordaeron shield, like a full-on Lordaeron shield, which was going to be used in the movie, but was not. They cut that part out of the movie, so it wasn't actually seen in the film itself. But Lordaeron's a really cool part. There's Rest. It's a really cool part of the Warcraft lore. It's one of my favorite parts of Warcraft, actually. The entire story of Lordaeron, the kingdom, the fallen kingdom of Lordaeron, and all that. And so I really want that shield, but it's kind of expensive. Right now, the bidding is already up to like $225. I'm like, no, I can't spend $225 on a shield. That would literally hang on my wall. Oh man, it's like the whole thing I told you guys involving buying a teal Game Boy Color, like still factory sealed, and just having it sit on my shelf for $500. It's like, you can't have a $500 decoration that sits on your shelf, you know? It just doesn't make any sense. And I tried telling Cypher about this in the Discord chat. I'm like, you guys need to talk me out of this. There's a shield that's going for like $200 right now. He's like, well, on one hand, you need to save money because you're trying to buy a house. But on the other hand, you need awesome home decor to put in that house. And I'm like, you're not helping, because I really want that freaking shield. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. We'll see how it goes. I mean, like I said, in like 10 days, the auction will be close to the end, and we'll see how much they actually are. Like, if it's like $500 for a shield, there's no way. There's no way I could possibly ever do that. But if it's like, I don't know, just under 300, maybe that's worth it. They're not making more of them. It was going to be used in the movie. I don't know. I should probably just not do it. It's a terrible decision. I'm actually talking myself out of it right now. Can I use Recover? Come on, how can you be confused when using Recover? There you go. There we go. You thought, Goldeen. You thought you were taking old Starmie down, but oh no. Come on. You gotta bust out that confusion sometime. Alright. Or just don't. It's fine too. Fire's power was weakened. Yeah, because, you know, in a Starmie versus Goldeen battle, the one thing we're just itching to use would be a Fire Punch. Jeez. Well, I'm faster than you, and I'm not confused anymore, so I'll just do this and knock you out. But that Goldeen put up way more of a fight than I thought it would. But Starmie's almost level 25, and then we can start using Quilava. But the thing about Quilava is it's a fire type, and like everybody on the SSN has water types. So how am I supposed to raise up a Quilava or a Graveler in this situation? Very much comes down to Electabuzz, I would say. Ooh, a Side Beam. How about a nice Thunder Punch for you? Yeah. I didn't think he'd be living all that long. That should be... Oh, I thought that would actually end up evolving Starmie. Apparently not. Alright. Well, I have potions. What am I doing? I'm sitting there thinking, well, I guess I can use Recovery at the very start of the next battle. Why would I do that when I have, like, a bazillion potions just sitting here in the bag ready to go? There you go, Starmie. All for you, bud. There. All right. There are other Pokemon. Matey, you're walking the plank if you lose. I'm 10 years old. You can't tell me that. But I think there are going to be some other trainers on this ship that will not be having water types. This guy, oh, come on. This guy didn't even have a water type. I've been saying to try using Water Pulse there. Yeah, so we should be able to level up Quilava a little bit here, I would say. It's actually good that we're getting Starmie leveled up now, because Starmie is not going to be useful whatsoever in the Vermilion City Gym, because for those who don't know, the theme of Vermilion City's gym is electric Pokemon. So that's not really going to be Starmie's forte, so to speak. It's going to be mostly Graveler trying to get through that gym. And then maybe Quilava as a backup. Beaten by a kid. I mean, I may be 10 years old, but my Pokemon are awesome. I'm just saying. So that's all the rooms that can be found on this part of the ship. And like I said, it was a complete dead end, which is why I wanted to go into it now. Because if we go back this way, we can go up the stairs, and then there's actually a couple extra areas we can go to from up here, actually. We got this fella here. This ship, she is a luxury liner for trainers of the world. At every port, we hold parties with invited trainers. Let's see. I just want to get my bearings real quick. Yep, okay. I remember this all perfectly. So before we do all these rooms here, we are going to go up the stairs and head this way. This guy won't want to battle, I don't think. Our captain is a sword master. He's awesome at using Cut. They say he even teaches Cut to Pokemon. He does. That's where you get the HM Cut. That's the big spoiler, by the way. The captain of the ship is where you learn Cut. But here we are on the end. Oh, I wanted to go over and sit in the thing. But here we are on the front of the ship where you can actually see the ocean and stuff like that, which is kind of neat. But old Trevor here just has to battle. But now his Makuhita? Did I pronounce that right? Probably not. He doesn't know any ground moves, does he? I don't think he does. Well, he knows Sand Attack. Poor Quilava. Poor guy can't even see anymore. It's him with a Flame Wheel. Ah, come on, man. Arm Thrust. What's that do? Fighting move? Ah, crit. That was a critical hit. It did 9 damage. Ah, but it hit twice. Okay. Hit this time, buddy. There you go. We gotta get Quilava leveled up here. He's gonna focus energy. He's getting pumped. I don't like it when they're getting pumped. So we hit him with this, and we hit him with a quick attack. I think we'll be good. All right, maybe not, because he's gonna send us another sand attack our way and lower our accuracy. There we go. Easy enough. He's gonna send out a Krabby. That stinks. Okay, well, no, we'll keep Quilava out, I think. He's not going to be able to beat Krabby, obviously, but we're going to switch him out for Electabuzz. We're going to have him out there at the very beginning, so he gets a little bit of experience for having been in the battle itself. That's a great way to raise up, for those who don't know, that's a great way to raise up Pokemon that that you want to raise up, that are a bit underleveled. See, it's going to split the experience. 258 for Electabuzz and 258 for Quilava. It's going to split the experience of knocking out that Pokemon between all the Pokemon that were involved in the battle itself. So you put out Pokemon that are lower level, then you swap them out for a good Pokemon. You have the good Pokemon, actually win the battle, and therefore your weaker Pokemon gets a bit of experience. It's pretty good. But check this out here. Like I was talking about earlier with the beds, these chairs are laid out in a way where you can walk over them as if they're not actually chairs. But what's cool about it is you can kind of like sit right here and you feel like you're sitting in the chair. Here I am just sitting in the chair on the boat on the edge of the sand. I don't know. It's an immersion thing, It's kind of neat how they add little things like that. What generation was it where they added the whole treehouse system? There was a point in Pokemon's history where... Oh, this guy doesn't want to battle? The party's over. The ship's going to be departing soon. There's a point in Pokemon's history where you could actually build yourself like a treehouse or a house within a cave. Really cool stuff. Scrubbing decks is hard work. I imagine so. Hey, come back here. Hey, matey, let's do a little jig. You sailors are really odd. I'm just saying. All right, there we go. Another one of these things. I'm cool with that. At least they're not super effective against Quilava, right? You're gonna detect me. Okay. I mean, it's just delaying the inevitable, really. And now we have another Flame Wheel. Oh, no. Please don't actually confuse me. Please don't actually confuse me. Please don't actually confuse me. All right, he didn't. Awesome. And down goes Metatite. And here comes Shelter. I wish we could actually take on Shelter, but we're of an equal level. And I don't have any, like, Quick Attack's not going to take out that. You know what? Screw it. Here comes Quick Attack. How much damage? Okay, none at all. I'm just very happy he chose to use an Ice move against me instead of a Water move, because the Ice move does nothing. I've talked about it before, but the whole idea of like all the great water types that were in Generation 1, I was seriously considering getting us a Shelter for this playthrough, because I think Cloyster is an awesome Pokemon, like a really cool Pokemon. But I chose Starmie, and I'm happy with it so far. I just can't wait until we can teach Starmie Psychic. That's going to be awesome. Electabuzz is about to level up from this, actually. And down you go, Shelter. I hardly knew ye. Level 26. No new moves. You're impressive. Well, thank you. There you go. Well, that's all the... Yeah, I talked to this guy. My pa said there are 100 kinds of Pokemon. I think there are more. There was 151 when that was originally written. Now there are, like, I don't know. How many Pokemon are there nowadays? Like 800? More? I don't even know. It's an absurd amount, though. I don't think we have that many battles left. Let's see. I've journeyed far and wide, but in all my travels, I've never seen any Pokemon sleep like this one. It was something like this. Snorlax. Should I have Snorlax be one of my Pokemon for this playthrough? That'd be fun, right? Maybe not? I don't know. Snorlax is a cool Pokemon. 500-pound bear that just sleeps all day. Oh, we got a double battle going on here. Let's use a quick Super Potion on old Quilava here, just to bring him up to speed. I could use a rare candy on him, but I don't know. It seems like such a waste to use a rare candy right now at these low levels, you know? Fisherman Dale. I may have to keep switching out Quilava here, which I don't like. Let's see. Yeah. Don't knock me out. Don't knock me out. Don't knock me out. All right. Okay. We have to swap him out, unfortunately. More Electabuzz, I suppose. That's okay, because Electabuzz isn't going to get a ton of experience while, you know, going into the electric gym here soon. So it's good to be giving him experience now, so he'll be caught up with Graveler for later. I was about to say, Barboach is part ground, isn't he? I knew he was. As soon as I clicked it, I'm like, wait a minute. Can we hit a Mega Kick? Hey! Electabuzz never misses his Mega Kick. Takes him out real quick. About to use Corphish. We'll just keep Electabuzz out, I think. We'll just have him sweep through this guy. And just move on to the next one where Quilava can actually get a little bit of experience. And a Magikarp. Okay, yeah, we will put out Quilava for that. Unless he's one of those guys that teaches his Magikarp moves, which I don't think he would. Magikarp, for those who don't know, can't do anything. And the cool thing about Magikarp is until level... Actually, it evolves to level 20. Shouldn't this thing be evolved into a Gyarados? Up until level 20, all Magikarp can do is that move right there. Splash, which does literally nothing. You may think I'm being hyperbolic. It does literally nothing. Nothing happens when it uses it. It just flops around like a fish would if it was like out of water, right? But the thing is, the game rewards you for dealing with that terrible, terrible Magikarp, because at level 20, it turns into Gyarados, which is a giant sea serpent, like sea monster Pokemon, which is really cool, really iconic looking, and wildly misused. I discussed it, I think in like the first or the second episode, how Gyarados is actually a physical attacker, not a special attacker, right? And so moves like Surf are really bad. Like his physical attack is more than twice as good as his special attack, and all water moves are considered special attacks in generations 1 through 3. So while he is a good Pokemon, he's not good in those generations, especially considering people never knew how to, like, what moves to teach him and stuff like that, right? But he's still a really cool Pokemon, and it's just a really cool... It's a neat thing that what they did, how they give you this worthless Pokemon, especially if you, like, picture it as, like, 1997, 1998, maybe 1999. The internet's not really that big of a thing. I love how I got paralyzed. That Cherry Berry actually took effect there. But picture it like way back when, late 90s. Internet's a thing, but barely anybody has the internet. It's all word of mouth and hearsay and stuff like that. And you're going to... Sorry about that jump in the video. There's a very loud vehicle that drove by. But you're in elementary school, right? And there's hearsay about Magikarp, right? And you've caught Magikarp for yourself, but you realize, like, it's the most worthless Pokemon ever. You get it at, like, level 5, and it's now level 15, and it hasn't learned a single move. All it does is splash. It does freaking nothing for you or your team. But then, at level 20, it turns into Gyarados, one of the coolest looking Pokemon ever. It's a pretty cool thing, right? So I like how they implemented that. Like, for the time, like late 90s and stuff like that, it was a really cool thing. Now, obviously, in the internet age, hey, it's Stardust, we can actually sell that. But in the internet age, that kind of thing would be, found out immediately. Everybody would know about it. But back then, Magikarp had a bit of wonder to him. You didn't really know, like, what the heck's wrong with this Pokemon? Why is it so terrible and stuff like that, And I don't know, I thought it was kind of neat. Small trees we chop down. Yeah. He's explaining how HMs work and stuff like that. I like when... I'm actually happy when we find rooms that don't have people we have to battle. This guy can actually avoid him and just only battle this one person to grab the Pokeball, but... I don't believe I saw you at the party. Oh. Well, I wasn't there. You're like 10 as well. Why would you be at the party? Why would any of us be at the party? Oh, Hoppip. J-Wits would be, he'd be proud. But we've got ourselves a Flame Wheel. Actually, I might have a Paralyze heal sitting in the bag, and so now I feel like a jerk for not healing up Quilava here. But at least we're getting some good experience in for him. He's going to catch up pretty quickly, I think, to the rest of the team here. He'll be just like one of the guys. About to use Delcatty. Okay, yeah, we can keep Quilava out for that. We may actually... Wait, what the heck? Oh, Leech Seed. Can we take her out? Might not. Yeah, she might actually be too strong for us. Let's see. It is a second evolution. Let's see how this works. Oh, never mind. Oh, but now it fell in love thanks to Cute Charm. It's literally draining the life from you. Just like all women. Don't give in, Quilava. Be strong, man. Be strong. Be strong. There you go. Burner. Oh, that's too perfect. All right. Level 23. Dun, 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 dun. Take it easy. I suppose so. All right. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. I don't have a Paralyze heal. Okay. Well, I do happen to have a potion. Nope. I didn't mean to use that on you. I thought by default it would be set to Quilava, but it's actually set on Electabuzz. There we go. Well, it's good to heal both of them, I suppose. We have another battle with this guy right here. What do you find more worthy, a strong or rare Pokemon? I don't know. I think I just like Pokemon that are cool. Like this guy. Oh, Poliwhirl. I haven't seen a Poliwhirl in ages. I can't possibly take on a Poliwhirl as a Quilava, but Poliwhirl and Poliwrath and Poliwag, those are such cool Pokemon. I've never raised any of those either. Poliwrath, if I remember correctly, you evolve Poliwhirl with a Water Stone, if I remember right. I might be wrong, but I think that's how it goes. What else do you have? A Ponyta. Okay. We can take on a Ponyta with Quilava. I mean, they're both fire types, but I think Quilava will be fine. Hit him with that quick attack. Probably won't do that much damage, though. Yeah. He's really not much of a physical attacker, is he? Let's actually check that really quickly. I don't know too much about this. Summary. Yeah, he is much more of a special attacker than he is a physical attacker. That and quick attack's not exactly the greatest move ever. So I have this suspicion that... Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit that. I think Flame Wheel will do more damage than quick attack, even though these are 2 fire types. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yep. And I flinched. Oh, no. When you flinch, it means you basically lose a turn. So he gets to attack twice in a row. But watch this. I bet you'll do more damage than quick attack. Yep. Oh, but that was a crit, though. That's not good evidence. All right, quick attack here to probably end him off. There you go. I'm glad he actually hasn't been paralyzed this entire time. That's actually really good. I must salute you. Well, thank you, I suppose. Well, yeah, we forgot to grab this. An X attack. That is a held item? Raises the attack of a Pokemon in battle, wears off if the Pokemon is withdrawn. So you have to use it on the Pokemon. So it's like a usable item. And I could use it on, say, Graveler, who's a physical attacker. And use that to make it so he's better for that battle. But as soon as he's withdrawn, or I assume the battle ends, the benefits of X attack goes away. I never really used the X items all that much in my playthroughs of Pokemon. But let's heal up Quilava here. There we go. I like how the team is nice and even in terms of levels by and large. All right, we got 2 more rooms. Get this little kid here. Me and my daddy think the Safari Zone is awesome. This is cool. It's giving me a bit of a, you know, get a little foreshadowing. Have you been to the Safari Zone in Fuchsia City? There are many kinds of rare Pokemon. Yes, a little bit of foreshadowing there. I like it, telling you, hey, there's a Fuchsia City and there's a Safari Zone there. What's going to be in the final room? A battle? The captain says he's awfully sick. He was all pale. Oh. I hear many people got seasick. Yeah, I can see that happening. All right, you guys ready for this? Surprise! I knew it was coming, but some of you guys maybe didn't. Bonjour, Nero. Imagine seeing you here. Nero? Why do I keep saying my name over and over? Were you really invited? So how's your Pokedex coming? I've already caught 40 kinds, pal. Different kinds are everywhere. Crawl around in grassy areas and look hard for them. I mean, yeah, that's how Pokemon works, I guess. What's he got? All right, he's got 4 Pokemon. Wait, why does it say I only have 3? It said I only have 3, but I think that's because Quilava's paralyzed, and like that signifies that he's paralyzed. Okay, so it's a 4v4. Looks like we're going to be of equal levels. His Golbat is faster than my Quilava. Don't be paralyzed, man. No, that's the worst time for you to be paralyzed. All right, you'll be able to live through this, but you have to hit him here. You have to hit this. No! All right, Quilava. As much as I hate to say, I gotta swap you out. He's gonna knock you out now because you had to be paralyzed twice in a row. I suppose I'm paying now for not being paralyzed earlier. I think Electabuzz can one-hit him. He got paralyzed with static. That's wonderful. Let's see here. Thunder Punch time. That should be a one-hit knockout, if I had to guess. Yep, there we go. Take that, Gary. Hey, Quilava's 24. And he's trying to learn Defense Curl. That's such a bad move. Yeah, I'd rather have all the other moves that he has. Defense Curl is a move. Hold on. I'll show you guys really quickly. Because I always forget that sometimes people haven't seen all these things before. Defense Curl. The user curls up to conceal weak spots to raise its defense stat. Quilava's defense stat's already not very good, so wasting a turn on improving his already bad defense stat is not going to help you out all that much. Like, it's kind of pointless, right? Smokescreen can lower their accuracy, which is actually good. So, yeah, we're not learning Defense Curl. Yeah, we're not going to learn that. Who's he got coming out? A Granbull. Is that the evolution of Snubbull? Because I think it is. Will I switch Pokemon? Yes, I will. We'll put out... Graveler. Oh, look at him. He's angry. Or, oh, I'm sorry. She's angry. She used to intimidate, too. Well, since Graveler is pretty much a wall, and this is a normal type that's not going to be able to break that wall, we can use our potions to heal up Quilava and make it so Quilava can maybe take on another Pokemon in this battle here. Ooh, that bite actually hurt a little bit. I didn't mean to open that. Let's try our new Brick Break. I don't know why we're trying it, but we'll try it. And of course I flinched. All right, well now we have to get down to business here. Time for a Magnitude. All right, for crying out loud. Oh, you're gonna flinch again? I'm about to self-destruct on this. There we go. So Graveler knocked itself out to knock out the Snubbull. Or the, whatever the name of that Pokemon was. Self-destruct's a fun move. I don't actually use it all that much, but it can be handy in certain situations. Ooh, a Kadabra. This is the evolution of Abra, and it can actually use moves besides Teleport, believe it or not. And since this is Fire Red Omega, I imagine his Kadabra is going to turn into an Alakazam later on in the game, which will be very scary. And did I just use Ember? I can tell it's getting late at night here. I'm just running. I'm getting low on energy because I just use Ember when I have Flame Wheel, which Flame Wheel is the objectively better Ember. Oh, that's actually good. He disabled Ember. There you go. Instead of him to that's what I meant. I was playing around disable. I didn't accidentally hit Ember. What do you guys think? I'm silly? I'm not. You think I'm stupid or something? Come on. And Jinx, our first look at Jinx. So his Smoochum has evolved to Jinx. It looks like Nicki Minaj to an extent. And it's also been said that Jinx is quite a racist Pokemon because, I mean, now it's purple, but I think in the original games, its body was black. And with the big lips and like the hair the way it is and like the bra and everything, people said that Jinx looked like it was doing blackface, essentially. Do I need to explain what blackface is? I assume most people know, but it's when white people like make their face look black as a way to mock black people way back in like the, you know, super racist part of America's history. And so yeah, so Jinx caught a lot of flack for that. And I think that's why she's now purple, actually, instead of being black. Although Jinx as a Pokemon doesn't make any freaking sense. Like, what's it supposed to be? It looks like a human, like a woman, but it's obviously not. It kind of looks like a Ditto, but it has really big lips and really big eyes. But it's weird, but it looks like it has breasts like a woman would have, and it wears a dress like a woman would have. I don't know what Jinx is supposed to be. I never knew what Jinx was supposed to be. Can I hit a move here for crying out loud? All right, come on, just hit this Flame Wheel. Have it be done. There you go. No! All right, well, now I got to swap you out because it's going to knock you out otherwise. We'll get Starmie a little bit of experience, I think. I mean, it's not a very good type matchup, but I think Jinx can... I think Starmie can take out Jinx, what I mean to say here. Hit him with that water gun. Should be good to go. Oh, so cool. Oh, no, it licked me. And lick is super effective, and I'm now paralyzed by the lick. Jinx got that tongue game, I'm telling you. Stop a Starmie right in its tracks. All right, please hit this. Just end the battle. Crying out. There we go. I feel like this battle's gone on way longer than it should have. All right, 381 for both of them. And we have defeated Rival Gary. At least you're raising your Pokemon. I mean, it's true. He's caught like 40 types. I have 4 Pokemon total. Well, 7 if you count the ones in my PC. I heard there was a Cut Master on board, but he was just a seasick old man. Cut itself is really useful. Yep, it'll be handy. You should go see him too. Smell ya. See you later, Gary. See ya. All right, so here's the seek. Am I crazy, or is this part of the ship supposed to be much bigger than this? I remember there being like a whole other part of the room over here. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down there in the comments. Is this room supposed to be bigger in the original part of the game? But here's going to be the captain. Ugh, I feel hideous. Seasick. Then, near a rub the captain's back. I love how it makes the Pokemon Center sound where when you rub his back. Woo, thank you. I'm feeling much better now. You want to see my hidden cut technique? I can show you my prize cut technique if I weren't so ill. I know. You can have this. It's a hidden machine. Teach cut to a Pokemon, and you can teach it anytime. Now we have HM1. Using cut, you can chop down small trees. Want to try it with the trees around Vermilion City, which is a great way of the game showing you that you use cut to get rid of that pesky tree in between you and where the gym is. That's really cool. I like that. Doesn't something happen if I look in here? Yuck, shouldn't have looked. He's been vomiting in there this whole time. And here's going to be the captain's log. Oh, how to conquer seasickness. The captain's reading this. Oh. Then we have ourselves a town map. Hey, which we can actually look at. That's neat. And then we have a bookshelf, which I don't think actually does anything. It's crammed full of Pokemon books. And we have chairs we can sit on. Again, this whole idea of it's just scenery like on the world itself. You can walk right over it as if it's not really there, but you use it to pretend that you're sitting in the chair. It's all about immersion, ladies and gentlemen. But now that we have cut, we can actually go ahead and cut down that tree. And this actually makes a ton of sense, I may be grabbing that Chikorita back with the next episode, because what we can do is we can take cut, which will be... Oh, HMs are at the top. We can take cut, which is a very, very middle-of-the-road normal attack, and you don't want to teach that to a good Pokemon, right? It's a waste of a move, and can you teach over HMs? I don't remember. But either way, you don't want to teach that to a Pokemon you actually want to have, because it's kind of a waste of a moveset. So what people do is they get what people call HM slaves, where they'll get a Pokemon that can learn like Surf or Fly or Cut or Flash or stuff like that, and they teach all their HMs to this one Pokemon that they don't actually plan on using. I may do that with Chikorita. Now, Chikorita obviously can't learn a ton of wonderful moves, but it can learn Cut, and I can use Chikorita to get to the third gym. So, we'll see. But check this out. Now we learned Cut. There goes the SS Anne. About to begin its voyage back around the world. But like I said, in the anime, that ship ends up sinking. So it's always kind of weird when you're playing this. By the way, you don't see the SS Anne again in game. In fact, well actually, the ship has set sail. Yeah, we can't even go back down in there. Right? So we never see it again, and we know from the anime that the ship sinks, so it's like, do all those people die? It's a really dark way to end off the episode, but maybe? I don't think anyone actually died in the anime. I'm pretty sure they all got on lifeboats and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, that ship is supposed to sink. It's kind of odd, if you really think about it. But ladies and gentlemen, that is all for this episode of the Pokemon Fire Red Omega playthrough. We have now taken on the SS Anne, and with the next episode, we are going to be taking on the Vermilion City Gym, and I'm not sure what else from there. Maybe doing the Diglett Cave? Probably do Diglett Cave and see what's on the other end. Maybe make our way towards Lavender Town? But no, don't we have to... We can't go right to Lavender Town, can we? Don't we have to go back to Cerulean City and then go through to go to the electric plant? No, you have to have Surf to go to the electric plant, now I think about it. We have to go through that one cave. I don't remember. It's been so long. We'll figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Pokemon Fire Red playthrough, or Pokemon Fire Red Omega playthrough. If you did, please drop me a rating. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.